All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and this week we're talking TMNT, Mutant Mayhem. Mutant Mayhem was directed by Jeff Rowe, with a screenplay by Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, Jeff Rowe, Dan Hernandez, and Benji Samit. Story by Brendan O'Brien, Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, and Jeff Rowe, based on characters by Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman. TMNT Mutant Mayhem was edited by Greg Leviton. Music by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Production companies were Nickelodeon Pictures and Point Grey Pictures. Distributed by Paramount Pictures. With a release date of June 12, 2023 at Annecy, and August 2nd, 2023 in the wider United States, and a runtime of 100 minutes. Mutant Mayhem had a budget of $70 million, and as of August 6, 2023, has brought in a worldwide box office of $51 million. TMNT has a 96% on the tomato meter with 170 reviews, and a 92% audience score with 1,000+ ratings. With a Metacritic Metascore of 74 with 46 critic reviews, and a user score of 4.9 with 84 reviews. But the most important people's opinions are ours, and you're getting 10 minutes of spoiler-free starting now.
Now.
People are
100% that 4.9 is just nerds, dude.
No, but like, you know what it is? It's got to be nerds who don't like Black April O'Neil, right?
I was about to say, yeah.
It's
there's a lot of people that don't like that for sure.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, shit. Okay, give me a second.
Bam. Dead air.
Big dead air.
There's dead air.
There's all the dead air.
There's so much dead air today.
Damn,
here we go.
son.
Where'd you dead air? Okay, you guys should be coming through now. Say something.
What are those dead airs?
Yeah, we got it, boys.
Nice.
This is the first time I think we've used this setup since I've gotten the new audio equipment. So I wasn't able. Nah, it's ruined.
Nah,
oh no,
it sounds weird. Yeah.
Ooh, wait, what sounds weird?
It's
double.
It's like we're coming in doubled. Yeah.
Okay, what about now? Say something. You guys got to say something. They were fine before I did something?
Who said that?
Okay,
Who's
no,
on?
I fixed it. It's Bird. Bird's coming in clutch.
Oh,
Yeah.
good job,
It's our
Bird.
social media
I
manager.
also had the stream up, but yeah,
It
sure.
is. Yeah,
Okay,
it is definitely a social
wow,
media
Eric,
manager.
you can't
And he
fucking
didn't
give
even
Bird
want.
this one.
Didn't even want to. But he didn't help though.
JK,
He didn't.
JK. Yeah, I didn't help. I was.
He
like,
didn't even try to help. He didn't let it just fail miserably.
I was like, sounds like shit. Nice job, Joey.
Yeah.
God. Oh man, that was 2 minutes of me just getting shit on instead of us spoiling. So the racist motherfuckers who downvoted this movie, though, huh?
Mhm.
I don't even think Black April O'Neil was that bad.
No.
I don't think so either.
I do be managing that social media. No, I mean, I kind of liked her being weird, because she would be weird, right? Like, the character would have to be weird to hang out with like mutants,
Turtles.
like anthropomorphized turtles. You got to be weird.
These are like preteen turtles too.
No, they're 15,
I understand what age they are.
but I'm a
But
couple
based on-
team anyways.
But based on the way they act, I'm like,
No, man.
You
Michelangelo was
bro,
coming into his own.
You were not more mature than that at 15.
I probably was.
No way, absolutely not.
But we all should be like, we've had more interaction with people.
Right? Yeah.
Like they come off as more childlike, but I mean, almost I guess they should in a sense based on the
it's
No,
like-
man,
interaction.
but they're more invested in the memes, though. You know, they
No,
know the
but it's-
culture.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good point to like bring up too, right? They're Gen Zers. Gen Zers
Yeah.
are weird their whole lives. It seems like
It'd
their
be
brain,
like that.
their brain is fucking rotted from beginning to end. But
Yeah.
like
Deep fried.
they're like homeschool kids. Like, of course they're going to be a little less mature because
they're
homeschool
socially
kids.
awkward.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, as they should, I suppose.
And their
right?
dad's a rat.
Yeah, they've only had themselves and a rat.
And he's not the most like not socially awkward either.
No, he's super socially awkward.
Nah. Not my
What?
boy, dude. Not my boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not Jackie, man. Come on.
I mean, I think it's cool that they chose like actual like teens to do the voice actors on this, though.
I think that was the best choice they could have made. Because
I mean, for this film, it just fits well.
if you had a 20-year-old in the booth or a 27-year-old trying to do those jokes in the booth,
Talk about Riz.
dude, it would have felt so
ironically.
flat. Yeah, it would have been real weird. It would have been awkward. So hold on. Do we like this movie?
I think so.
I'm gonna let you roll right now,
think
man.
so.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I wouldn't say I love it.
I would say I loved it. I thought this
My
movie.
crowd was awesome.
My crowd was also awesome. This was
Yeah.
maybe the best viewing experience I've had
We
in
were
a long
cracking
time.
up.
Dude, nobody found this film funnier than the 7-year-old behind me. My man was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
I
great.
love it. He was cackling. He was laughing at the top of his lungs. It was great. I was like, hell yeah. I'm vibing with this whole energy that he's putting
Yeah.
out right now. So
I think
why,
it's a good movie for all ages, though. Like, I think it stems.
so why didn't you love it, though? Is that like spoiler talk as to why you didn't love it?
No, I just think, I don't know, man. When it comes to animated movies, I'm usually not like super high, and you got to really blow me away.
So wait, please don't tell me you like the Michael Bay ones more than this, right?
No.
Okay, good.
I mean,
all right, good. That's all I care
I
about.
tend to not like any TMNT movies, though.
What?
Like, I think most of them kind of suck.
You think they're
Crazy.
overhyped? The TMNTs?
I've loved the cartoons and the shows. I just don't really care for the movies.
Dude, the
I think
movies are so good. The only
no, they're not so good.
I haven't
No,
seen
that's
Yeah.
for
any of the
sure.
movies
You're
besides
crazy.
this one.
I think
The
that's your
issue-
animation bias, though.
No, because I think that the animated shows are good. I think this is a story that I think usually does better in long format. And I think when they do the movies, it usually feels rushed and then it just feels unbalanced. Like, they did a good job on this one.
I don't know. All the ones that I've seen.
TMNT is usually better, I think, as a TV show.
I'm not gonna disagree with you there, but like
Yeah.
they've only made one bad TMNT movie. Oh no, I'm sorry. They've made 3.
How many have they made? Yeah.
This is like the 4th installment.
No, this is. I mean, movie number wise, this is like 10 or 11. They've made a lot.
Well, I guess they said that this is like the 4th change since the Michael Bay movies already, is what the like thing is.
Since the Michael Bay, I think this is the 2nd movie.
But I mean, like, reboot, because they've done like the Nickelodeon shows, they've done this show. Like, this is another reboot. They just keep rebooting it. I don't know. They don't want to stick with nothing.
I mean, I think the TV shows tend to just run their course. And
Yeah.
like the last movie they did, which was like Rise of the TMNT, the movie, everybody
Yeah.
loved it, and it was like the finale almost of that television show that it was based off of.
Yeah.
But, like-
I mean, there's just so many Ninja Turtle movies and shows. There's so many.
But I think there's been like 11 movies like out in theaters. And the bad ones are the first Michael Bay produced one, the second and third
That's the
90s
one with Megan
movie.
Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the second one everybody loves because it got weirder because it had Krang in it and such. But you're
Yeah.
like a noob to TMNT, right, Eric? You don't
Yeah, I know
about
nothing. I just know like maybe a little bit, but not even really.
I mean, yeah, you said it was weird seeing Bebop and Rocksteady, and I was like, those dudes are staples. That's
Well, yeah, when he was
crazy.
like, there's some characters, and he said like
A
the
warthog,
warthog and
yeah.
the rhino. I was like, bro, those, and he just had like 4
Yeah.
of them, but I was like, 2 of those are so iconic.
Basically,
So a lot of-
everyone but those two. I was like, what the hell?
Really? So all those monsters appeared in either the comics, like the 80s comics, or the
Yeah.
80s TV show first. Or I think all of them did. I don't think any
Yeah, in
of
the
them.
spoiler, I can show the comic book I got at AMC.
Is it
It shows
spoilers?
all the.
I wish they would have gave those out for us.
I guess no.
So-
I guess
I didn't
if
get
it's
any
like just
either.
character wise.
Yeah.
So most of these, so the movies they have on here, they're like, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and only 2 are positive, but also like 3 have no rating, and the other ones are all terrible rated.
But is that
But a lot of-
just? I think that's the critics, though, right? Like,
yeah,
as a,
well, a
as
lot
a-
of these don't have a big enough consensus is the issue.
Yeah, that is a big problem.
Like, especially like, because I'm sure like some of these animated ones, like, so the one in 2016, it's like an hour and 11 minutes, has 78% by audience, but no critics like consensus.
That's Rise.
This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Rise of the Turtles. Yes.
Yeah. So that's the one that came out like after the TV show had finished.
Yeah. I really liked the show when we were growing up. Which one was that though? There's so many.
Well, there was when we were younger. There was 2 or 3 different iterations of TMNT.
It's this 2002 to 2006 one, and they have a 91% by audience.
That's the one that they went to space and fought the Triceratops people. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like I thought that series was dope.
Yeah.
But like, I just think it's in this thing too. And then the animation style is cool on here. And I think it does a great job of what they're trying to do, but I prefer like some of the different animation styles they've used.
Oh, really?
Like in other movies, you're saying?
Mm-hmm, like in just other Turtles in general.
I mean, yeah, they look better 2D drawn for sure, but I think this is the best they've looked in 3D.
Yeah, it's very interesting though. It's like Into the Spider-Verse type styles kind of things.
Kind of. I like that they're different though, right? Because I don't even know if like they're almost not comparable. Because
I think you're saying it's Into the Spider-Verse because it's so unique, right?
Yeah, because it's different.
Yeah,
right.
It's not traditional like cartoon,
which is cool though, because like Disney and Pixar animation at this point. Mm-hmm. I like shit to not just be smooth boy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're done with spoiler free. So on the count of 3, we're gonna do thumbs up, thumbs down on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. 3, 2, 1.
I'm doing 2 as well.
I'm definitely giving it 2. This shit was rad. It was right up my alley, and I'm gonna explain more.
It was tons of fun.
It really was.
I'll give it one thumb.
You gotta cut it out with this anti animation racism you got going on here, buddy.
I definitely don't think this is a 2-thumb movie though.
I think it is. It's so much
it's
fun.
all going to be blurred out. Wow.
Yeah. It won't.
Yeah. I'll show it in spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see the unblurred, the uncensored TMNT comic, you're going to have to go ahead and click that button in the top right-hand corner. And to make sure that you don't miss any of our uncensored comic viewing, you're going to want to smash that subscribe button and make sure you also throw a nunchuck at the notification bell. So thanks for tuning in to our spoiler-free discussion on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Okay. Thank God they didn't.
Jackie Chan knocked it out of the park, I think.
Do you wipe your booty from front to back or back to front?
Front to back.
It goes like the spider, the
Front to back?
geckos.
I do a little bit of, little column A, little column B. You got to cover the whole shit.
So I got to add some razzle dazzle.
Yes.
Hey, that does look cool though.
There's old boy with a
yeah. So that's the cover that he was for the one that he was introduced in.
Yeah.
Dude,
that is pretty cool.
You know who killed it though? Oh, I like that.
The Fly.
I'm gonna have to buy one of those second.
These from 2016. These covers. But there's they show like the original.
Scott Eastman stuff, probably.
Yeah, the OG one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this little book. I was like, man, all these characters were great. I never knew about them before, and then now I love them.
So go ahead.
Ice Cube, though, I didn't know he was in this movie, and Boy was in this movie. I didn't see the trailer.
I didn't know anyone was in this movie.
I saw.
I mean, the acting is voice acting is like a big time. A lot of people.
So all the big time voice actors I knew about, right? So Ice Cube, Seth Rogen, Paul Rudd, and John Cena. Those are the ones that. And then Rose Byrne. I knew she was in it too. They're all fantastic voice actors, though. I think John Cena is the only one we didn't get enough of.
He didn't. Yeah, I feel like he didn't speak enough.
He had, I think, 3 lines.
Rocksteady.
Yeah, he was Rocksteady.
Who's Rocksteady again?
Rocksteady's the rhinoceros. Bebop is the warthog.
Warthog, yeah.
Seth Rogen.
So, of course, Eric, you're not going to have an opinion on the matter. How did we feel about Bebop and Rocksteady being good guys at the end of this?
I don't like how they were like practically like anti-heroes, like, and then they became heroes.
I hated that. I really am not. And like right afterwards, I was like, oh no, it's cool. They're putting it in their own world. And then I was like, But like bad guy Bebop and Rocksteady are fire. They're so dope.
But they gave away like half of their villains in this movie and made them all good.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, all of them were.
All of them are
all of them
villains.
switched on them.
The only one who didn't was Superfly. But everybody else lives with them now.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's your whole rogues gallery, bro. You got 2 more people in the back.
Oh,
and
those are
it.
like
It'd be like if the Sinister Six was like at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. We're just like, we're all buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Man.
I mean, they're really wanting old boy at the end, you know?
I mean Shredder's the number 1 baddie, though.
Yeah.
It's like
For sure.
Shredder first. But
like, I get it, but...
He's got to do something, though, to bring them to the dark side, though, right?
Could like mind control them or something. I don't know.
Even know if it's mind control or if he's just like, hey, we got crack. And they're like, yeah, us mutants need crack to live. Like something.
No,
the
is it
issue is
confirmed they're doing a
stupid,
second
though.
one? Or like...
No, I
did
think
he just they put it in there just because?
Yeah,
I mean,
you do that for the fans because everybody's like, oh, fuck Shredder.
People went crazy, and it's like, I'd be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah,
like,
it was almost like I'm kind of upset they didn't show me his face. Like
people were like, "Oh, Shredder!" It's like, well,
in the theater?
Forgot.
Yeah,
people were not doing that in the theater.
Yeah,
dude. That's
Marcus
kind
is
of
wild.
Yeah, you ain't lying. They're starving over at Marcus, dude. They're like, we need it.
But like the thing with
go ahead.
Shredder is like he's great, right? And he's gonna be great. But I think you obviously like movies nowadays like are meant to do like sequels. So it's like they so now it's like, okay, if this was a standalone, it's like it's fine for them to be good guys. But now that it's not, it's like whatever way they make them bad, if it's some like potion or some other crap like that, it's also kind of stupid. Because like if you have them be good now, because right now it's like, oh, they were only bad because they were misguided and they're young at themselves, right? So now if you have them be good in the next movie, it's like, well, then that was all for nothing. The first movie, they actually weren't good people. So like, what's the point?
So there are aliens in the universe, though. Right, so they could do like an alien thing, like latching onto them, maybe, or maybe like a Krang, like mind control device. But
like even if they do,
gonna be
in the end, you save them and they're good again.
Right, I agree.
So,
I think it's a waste. You just you wasted villains just so that like all those famous actors didn't have to be fucking bad guys, and it's like, come on, dude.
But do you think Seth would be like, all right, let's make another one? I think he's perfectly fine with just this one.
So I'm looking to see if it's gonna get a sequel. In 2022,
Seth Rogen makes sequels though.
Robin said that there were plans for multiple animated Turtles films. In July of 2023, Rowe expressed interest in returning for a sequel featuring the Shredder. Later that month, it was reported that a sequel and a 2-season 2D animated television series for Paramount Plus, Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, had been greenlit. Rowe is set to return to direct the sequel, and Point Grey will produce both the sequel and the series. So, Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a comic book where they did Elseworld stories. So they did like different artists and writing teams would come in and write different like what if stories with the turtles in it. So that might be what they're doing, but like I hope the sequel doesn't come to Paramount Plus. Like I hope it's not like
it sounds like it is.
That would be whack, dude.
No,
That'd suck.
So I think it's making enough money. I think it's going to be like the way Disney Plus is, where it's like the show is going to be on Paramount Plus and then the movie's going to be in theaters. But like, I don't want it to be like, oh, you got to watch the show. It's because it's going to be like the movie, the show, and then, okay, now this is where and then you go into the movie like, what the hell? They're totally different. It's like, oh, well, if you didn't watch the 7 episodes.
Watch Tales, yeah.
Yeah, you know?
No way they make the same mistake that Marvel's making, right?
Hopefully not.
Stupid is as stupid does, dude.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, and we don't know what's going to happen with the writer's strike. Like, all of this could be a moot point, depending on how long this writer's strike goes on for.
Yeah, and it could be years before, especially with this animated style stuff. Like, it could be a while.
Well, but luckily they have the assets. So, like, they don't have to have as much of a ramp-up time now that and it's 3D animated. So, really, you're just animating, you're not drawing it. So, that's a plus.
But we look at, like, we don't even know when we're going to get the next Spider-Verse movie, and that thing's almost done, like, let alone another project that hasn't even really started.
I don't even think it's almost done, though.
I think it's 50%. I don't think it's done at all.
if the actors aren't bullshitting, you know, because they might be just like they might be pulling an Andrew Garfield where they're like, I'm not in the new Spider-Man movie, you know, like. But I don't know.
It'd be fine if it was someone that's like barely in the movie. When Haley Steinfeld says it, you know we got problems.
Yeah, but what if she's like a Gwyneth Paltrow and she's like, I'm in the Spider-Man movie? You know, like what if she just fucking forgot? Maritza Torres, thank you so much for the subscription.
But I don't.
I mean, you never know. She's a big famous.
They could be contractually obligated to lie, dude. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but she's also like a singer and like she does other shit, so she may have forgotten.
I think she's dating Josh Allen, quarterback for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, she's got to learn football.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot on your brain to this taxing.
Yeah, that is a lot, honestly.
I'm just looking up in the background of whether or not we think Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Verse 2 is going to come out or 3.
Come out next year.
2025, I think it comes out. I don't think it comes out in 2024.
Damn,
as much as we want it to come out in 2024.
You figure if everything went right, it was supposed to come out in March.
Right. Yeah.
And even then,
that was before a writer's strike and an actor's strike. So yeah, who knows?
So you're already like, okay, you got to count. Okay, does it come out April to December? You already lost a quarter of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can't say April. Like it's like okay. Because that's dead. So really, you lost a quarter of the year. It doesn't come out. Now, maybe it comes out at Christmas, but...
So yeah, I'm on digitalspy.com, which you know is some fucking just sweaty nerds out here speculating.
For sure.
Not unlike us.
No.
And they said we could be talking late 2024, maybe even 2025, but nothing has officially been confirmed yet. So they technically haven't moved the date back yet, right?
No, they have.
Have they?
It's suspended indefinitely.
Indefinitely, yeah. But that's not like a date set back yet.
Did they put that out?
Yeah.
Okay, I just missed it.
They didn't say like, oh, it's moving back to May. They're just like, hey, it's not coming out. We don't know. We don't have a date for it.
Right.
And I feel like that's almost worse.
It is way worse. Yeah, totally worse. But like, I don't think Seth Rogen will let that happen, you know? Seth Rogen
He'll put the boys in the lab.
I mean,
he'll do something.
He's been producing banger after banger for the last like 10 years, TV wise. Like he knows how to produce a film, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think he would let this happen.
Yeah, I
don't think it's up to him though. Like,
no, the producer pulls a lot of sway with that kind of stuff, though.
Yeah, but the studios right now aren't trying to give any leeway. So like,
he's not working on this. He's not working on the sequel, anyways. Like he can't touch it no matter what, you know? But like, assuming there was no strike, I think we would probably have one next year, right?
No, I think it's you take 2 years for animated movies easy.
But you can't take forever with the voice cast.
Sure.
You don't know whether or not these dudes' balls are going to drop at any fucking moment. They might
it's going to be a Walking Dead situation.
Yeah. It's going to be Stranger Things is what it's going to be.
There you go. That's what I meant to say.
You're going to have 21-year-olds acting like they're 13. Like, you're going to run into the weird shit that would happen with an adult
Or
player.
they could just recast the voice actors.
No. Those boys were funny, man. I like them.
I don't think
they were good.
Wow. This is crazy.
It's easier to recast voice actors than in movie actors. So.
Just say you hate New York, dude.
That's his problem. He's racist.
Dude, I seen Incredibles 1 and Incredibles 2. I didn't realize that was a different boy. All right.
Wait, what?
Yeah, was it?
Incredibles 1 and 2 have two. Because
Dash was different.
Yeah, Dash has a different voice actor because Dash is like 35 when the 2 was made.
Oh well,
Bro, these guys are from Brooklyn, man. You know what you heard?
No, but like they filmed it all together. So like the chemistry is legitimate. Like the chemistry is there.
Yeah, I think
can see that. If you change the voice actors, you're gonna fuck that up.
Like even if you change once, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, who's this outsider? We didn't, we weren't in the trenches with this fucking guy.
I'm just saying, if they need to, they will.
No, I mean, yeah, of course, but I don't think Seth Rogen will do that. You know,
I think if they're like, hey, this project's not happening for 3 years. And your balls dropped, we're bringing someone else in. All right. I don't think they're going to be like, well, I guess we'll rush out this product because we want Theodore to be in it.
I mean, they're not rushing shit right now anyways because they ain't got the people to rush. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But also, too, if they voice the TV series, they may have enough audio between the movies and the TV series.
Oh
Splice
wow,
it
you're gonna be a
together?
scumbag.
no, I don't think they're gonna voice the TV series. I think the TV series is gonna be aged up. I don't think they'll do teens for that because
And then if they age them up and people love it, they're like, all right, second one,
I mean, that might happen.
mid-age adult
I could see
hero
that.
turtles.
I think it's fine if they age.
But
Not
then
that big of a deal.
But then you have to think about like how long has Shredder been waiting? Shredder's
also,
been
too,
at that river waiting for them for 15 more years. Now that
They
they're
only
30.
need the voice like that for this first movie. The next movie, if you have them 17, 18 years old, it's reasonable that they don't sound like little kids anymore.
Yeah, as long as they don't turn 20 years old. As long as they're still teens, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as you don't have the turtles, it depends. Yeah, so if say that this movie takes 2 years apart, and now you're assuming the turtles are now 17, 18, and the kids are going to be roughly the same age, it's totally fine. And then even if their voices do change, I understand that a 17, 18-year-old voice sounds different than a 15-year-old's voice.
But like, how would they do that with the cliffhanger? You know, because Shredder's not like. Is Shredder going to wait?
He's not going to wait 2 years.
Because he's a henchman, right? Like, based off of the way that the movie ended, he's working for old girl, Maya Rudolph's character.
For sure. I mean, you could just have it like one. You could. I don't know. I get what you're saying. So you'd have the foot soldiers. I'm assuming doing stuff and then fighting the foot soldiers on and off for like a year. But then after that, it's kind of like, what's he waiting for?
Yeah. Why didn't he just kill the turtles?
He doesn't want to reveal himself just yet.
So
they said about bringing our boy Casey though.
I mean, yeah. But do they introduce Casey in the next one?
I don't know because April's so young.
Right.
Who's Casey?
Casey Jones.
Casey Jones is the guy who wears the hockey mask, and he was an ex-professional athlete who also wanted to fight crime. So he became a vigilante, and he uses sports memorabilia to beat the shit out of people in the streets.
Okay.
Which is rad. I mean, like, his whole character is really cool.
It's cool, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if they introduce Casey in the next one or not.
But then if you don't and you do Shredder, unless you have Shredder like be the villain like an over arc for a couple movies, it could be like Thanos, man. He shows up in the end saying, I can do this myself, and doesn't show up again for 4 movies.
For 4 more movies? Yeah. And I think the number of movies they make matters, right?
For sure.
Because if they decide, you know what, fuck it, we're doing 8 movies and we're committing to it.
No.
Like, yeah, sure, you bring Casey into the middle of it to shake it up a little bit.
But they shouldn't have done the Shredder thing unless the next one is the last one, I feel. Because
no, but like Shredder is so small compared to other things that they've combated in the comics and in the TV shows.
Yeah, but the average audience
But the
is like
layman,
Shredder's
I
Endgame.
don't know that. Yeah,
No,
I
but
thought Shredder was Endgame, yeah.
But he's not. Like, Shredder is Loki, you know? And like the Triceratops people and the Kang people, that's Thanos
People
shit.
aren't ready for that, dude.
Bro, they had Kang in the last one.
Yeah, but look how long it took them to get to Kang.
No,
And then look what happened to Kang.
I mean, Kang is in every animated TV show, I think. It's just the movies that I think have only had Kang once.
Dude, people only care about the movies, man.
That's not
They only care
true.
about
The
the movies.
motherfuckers who were in there watching that movie last night cared about the television shows. They were
Oh, you
in
didn't see
it.
it last night? I saw it Friday.
I saw it Friday too. I'm sorry, I forgot what day it was. But
I
like,
saw it Wednesday, and those people cared, okay?
Those people care for sure.
no, the people who saw it Wednesday read the comics and watch the TV shows. Eric, you were the least knowledgeable motherfucker
Yeah,
in
I
that
was
movie
like,
theater.
Yeah,
You were
Eric just saw it next Sunday, and if anything.
with all the normies.
I
No,
was like, hey, bro, who is that?
he would
He's
have
like, which one's the red one?
the red one?
To me, Raphael was the worst though, because I felt like he was the least like his character. He had no edge to him.
What do you mean? All he wanted, wanted
the big
blood.
dude?
Yeah,
he was
Raphael's
angry.
The big one.
Barely.
Yeah, but you're used to Raphael being 30 years old and upset. Like,
Exactly, dude.
It's a different level of anger, though.
He's not that angry yet, dude.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
not him
whack.
yet. But once he gets to
Michelangelo
be
was
him-
great, but I feel like he always comes over well, and no matter whichever, like It's hard to mess him
Is
up.
he the purple one?
Mikey is. Oh my god, are you being serious? Hold on, I want to know if you're necking.
I just
or not.
looked. No, I'm not necking.
Okay,
I just
so
saw he's the orange one.
Mikey is orange, Raphael is red, Donatello is purple, Leonardo is the de facto leader, and he's blue.
Yeah.
And you know that they're all named after Renaissance artists, right?
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Well, hold
And
on.
they
Don't
all have-
fucking me like.
Yeah.
You
Dude,
know
who
what
else
you're
has a
talking
name
about.
like Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo? Come on, you kidding me?
And they all have their weapons for like a specific reason, but they don't really get into it. Like, it's like, so like, cause it's like how like deadly the weapons are or whatever, and it's supposed to like that's why Splinter gives him each one or whatever like that. Like it's more like a lore thing.
Why Donnie get the stick, dude? Come on.
Cause he's a fucking nerd, dude. He's some fucking notes. He's some. I'm gonna fucking hack
I found
the
my
computer.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think I was talking to Jack about it, but because we were talking about Last Ronin, which is like a comic book where 3 of the 4 turtles are dead, and 1 turtle takes their weapons, and he becomes the
dude.
last. No, it's in the fucking. That's the whole point
It's
of the
a whole
comic.
thing, yeah.
You son of a bitch.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I've
see
seen the
you-
cover.
I see you.
I've always
laughing, you
wondered, like, why
jackass.
does he have all the weapons?
So that's why, and his 3 brothers communicate with him. Their spirits can talk to him,
Oh shit!
so they like help him solve crimes and shit like
So
that.
who is he? Who is he? Like,
Now that's a spoiler, motherfucker. I'm not gonna say
okay,
that.
never mind.
But like, where was I going with this? What were you talking about, Eric? I lost my
Donnie
train of
being a
thought.
nerd.
Oh yeah. So like, I mean, yeah, Donnie's just a fucking filthy nerd, though. Like, you know,
but
that's why he got
that
it.
is why though, because they give him the least like tech savvy, even though they're weapons, right? He gives him the bow because it's a piece of wood, like because it needs him to rely on things other than like tech or whatever.
I like that
Raphael
reason.
is like his weapon is technically a defensive weapon because he is so like bloodthirsty.
Oh.
Normally, his weapon is a defensive weapon.
What's his weapon again?
It says
Those are the little
size.
knife things.
Oh yeah.
The
yeah.
Electra weapons.
Yeah. So it says Michelangelo is the most scatterbrained and playful turtles. That's why he wields the nunchucks because they take the most discipline.
Yeah, otherwise you're cracking yourself in the nuts.
Yeah. And then and then the most lethal weapon is the katana, which Leo has. Because it's like you need the person to wield that needs to be the the leader, but also he's the
most disciplined. It would
for
be
sure.
the most
Yeah, it's about discipline. Yeah. But yeah, there's a specific reason, and it's like in the comic
Nah,
stuff.
man,
They
he's a
didn't.
fucking daddy's boy. He's a fucking narc, dude. I hated Leo, dude.
No,
But that's why he has the most.
Let his brothers
That's why
do
he has
shit,
the
dude.
deadly
Come
weapon.
on.
He's
So-
the one that won't use it just to use it.
So I remember why I was bringing up Donatello. I think Jack was asking me about it, and he was like, "Okay, which turtle do you identify with the most?" And I was thinking about it, and I was like, "It would probably be Donatello. Like I can vibe with him on like a day-to-day basis." He goes, "You answered the same as like 95% of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans." And I was
Wow.
like, "There's no
Wow.
fucking way, really?" And he's like, "Yeah."
You
'Cause
saw the stat?
no, he was just telling me about it. But he was like, yeah, I mean, all the people who read this shit are a bunch of fucking nerds. Of course they're going to identify with the nerd character. And I was like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
It does.
Fuck, I'm
I
a
feel like
basic
Mikey
bitch.
is a good second though, because a lot of people are
No, but it's-
comedy, playful.
It's not the person who you like the more. It's the person who you identify with the most.
Yeah, I could see people being like, "Oh, I'm generally like the funny person in the group." Like,
No,
to be
not comic book nerds, though.
dude.
they
There's
don't
a
even-
lot of people that read comics.
No, not as many that read TMNT. Like the big two, maybe. You know, like DC and Marvel, sure. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people who like Batman, but like he's also the most popular superhero in the world. Like,
Yeah.
you're talking about a subsect of a subsect who read TMNT comics. You know,
I would have to look at the sales, but I feel like when it came, especially like to Last Ronin, anybody who reads comics was kind of like looking at that. But that's like a specific comic. But I think TMNT like has a wide range just because they've had so many shows and so many like merchandise. I feel like
yeah, but
people read
having a
it.
wide range doesn't translate always into comic book sales. You know.
I mean, because I think TMNT comics could have died a long time ago. For them to still kind of go on, I think that they have a decent. Well, actually, which publisher is it? That would make a difference too.
I mean, it's changed hands like 6 times. Marvel's
like,
done
if
it.
it's-
Mirage did
Yeah.
it. IDW, Image, and they're all different universes.
Because I think if
so-
IDW still has it, it's like, okay, well, they're not that big anyway, so they would.
but
their sales-
the IDW one is still going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Like they need less sales, like to be successful for them to keep something running
Yeah,
than if they
for
were
sure.
Marvel, DC.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, Power Ranger does great at Boom, but it's like Power Rangers in Marvel or DC. It's like, okay, you gotta get those numbers up a little bit.
Yeah, shit's on the chopping block every
Yeah,
month.
they don't qualify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was interesting because I mean, I could see it. You know, but like the people, like, there's got to be nobody who says Raphael, right? Because like,
Yeah, he's like last.
How
Yeah.
about you, James? Who do you identify as?
Probably Michelangelo.
I was gonna say Raphael, dude. I feel like you're
No.
kind of a Raph guy.
No,
He's
I'm
not a fighter.
All that hate.
I do got a lot of hate in my heart.
hate,
that's for sure.
hate is different than fighting, though. You know,
Yeah.
'Cause he's-
Was there a poll on it? I'm sure there's
I'm
polls,
looking
right?
for it, but I
Okay.
can't find it. If I find it, I'll send
Yeah.
it over. But like,
Gotcha.
you know, he's more of a Dave Chappelle hate and less of a
Yeah.
Nazi hate. You know, he's got a different hate. He's a hate.
Yeah, you're right.
Why? Who are you, Eric?
I really don't know, man. I think I would say Michelangelo because of the playfulness.
Because you also like to shake your ass, right?
Yeah, I like the torque.
Yeah, you like to make that money.
I forgot, what was that thing they were saying? They're like cheese
No,
or what
bacon,
was
egg,
it?
and cheese. Hey, let me get
Yeah.
a bacon, egg, and cheese. Yeah.
People were saying like they just let the people. They were like in the studio and they just let them talk. They're
So
like,
that one for sure. I think the way that Seth Rogen said he did it was for certain scenes where he knew it would be like more comedic. He would say, "Okay, this is the general premise. Just go in there and talk amongst yourselves." And that specific scene,
just do your thing.
yeah, that specific scene was one where he was like, "Yeah, just go in there and fuck off." I guess.
One of the first scenes is like that. I don't know if they said that. I don't know if that's where the joke is or not. But where they're like, oh, they're going to do their first mission to go get the snacks and everything like that, and they're just like talking over each other and stuff like that. And then they said like they kept stuff in that so that the banter felt like actual teenagers or whatever.
Yeah.
They also did
I think
something
it
really,
works.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. They did something really cool too with the eyes in the when that movie first starts or whatever, where you like looks like it's like the Eastman eyes and they look serious and it's drawn like
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
And then you find out the mission is a goofy mission, and then it goes to the art style of like the movie.
I was gonna be kind of mad if it was all white eyes.
It didn't. No, it wouldn't have fit. Like
Yeah, it would've been weird.
The way they used it
It would
was
have been weird,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, and I just love that art style though. Like that's what I do. I prefer like the more older turtles though.
I
Yeah,
think
sometimes seems like you got a bias towards older.
I think the newer designs are better just because there's size differences between the turtles. Like
Yeah.
the older stuff, I don't think there was enough like physical differentiation between the turtles.
Mhm.
And like all 4 of them being the same size didn't really fit their personality. But like I
Yeah.
love that like I really like that newer iterations of it are just making
Mm-hmm.
Raphael massive. Like he's just a
Yeah.
big motherfucker and like okay,
Mm-hmm.
I know who's going to be the maddest cuz he's built like Andre the Giant, you know?
But like in this, and it's like you take it with a grain of salt because they are like younger turtles. But
Yeah.
like none of them look like I don't know because I'm looking at a picture right now. It's like they all kind of look too dorky, like, and it's like I feel like that's not a character trait in all of them. Like,
Well, but that's because they're not 30.
yeah.
Like most of what you see from Ninja Turtles, they're like late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, they've like grown into their own already.
Yeah, they
Like,
grow out of that dorkiness.
Yeah.
they're grown ass men.
Yeah.
They're out there
Shit
fighting.
has happened to them where they're not goofy smiling all the time.
They're out there fighting intergalactic wars and shit.
Yeah. Shit, my boy Mikey stays all right until he doesn't.
Yeah, until he fucks somebody up.
Yeah.
I kind of liked that we actually saw that our Raphael's weapons were sharp. Like the
Yeah.
fact that they stabbed Donatello is kind of fucking wild to me. I did not see that shit coming. Though,
I saw the
like,
shit in the trailer and it still got me. That he was like,
Oh, see, I didn't. Yeah, I
they
didn't
put
see
that in the
That's funny.
trailer.
yeah.
Damn, I'm glad I didn't watch it. Fuck trailers. They were.
I I thought the car flip scene was funny because they're like, man, we need something like long and like sturdy, and he's like a stick,
Like a stick.
Because the whole movie, he's just like, I just got a stick.
What the hell?
So I'm just gonna keep excluding Eric because he didn't do his homework and watched 45 years
All
worth
30,
of TMNT. Yeah. But
Yeah, you didn't watch at least 10 animated seasons and like 4 movies.
Y'all did?
I've
Yeah.
seen them. Yeah. I've enjoyed
Not on
them throughout the
purpose, but
years.
in time.
Yeah. How did we feel about their origin of how they learned to fight? So, for reference, Eric, originally the story was that Splinter was a rat of a kung fu or of a karate master, and so he learned karate by watching his master do it, and his master was murdered by Shredder. So Shredder dumped his rat cell or dumped Splinter into the sewers where he found the turtles, and then they all got the ooze splashed on them. So that's how they learn karate, is because Splinter is an actual karate master, right? So in this movie, it's totally different because he just learns it because he's like,
He's just a dude.
They're racist, they're speciesist or whatever.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, so they do the one thing where he's like, because he's like 20. But then it's like, and then he's like, but I grow old because like I was old. I guess that's how that works. And then like the karate, like he like was looking at the the videos or whatever. I felt like, for instance, for him, like, and you had Jackie Chan, they made him a little too soft. Like
but come on, when he needed to kick ass, my man kicked ass.
He did, yeah.
And it was
barely. Half the time he kept falling on his face.
That's Jackie Chan though.
He was using he fought like Jackie Chan, honestly.
It felt like I was watching Police Cop or whatever the fuck it's called.
They did not.
What? You're crazy.
Oh, you're insane.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. That one, that's a bad take.
Say you hate the film, James.
Dude, it's like a Rush Hour 3 maybe at best.
He's 80.
Even then, I'll eat that up.
Yeah, I mean, that's still good shit. But like, no, when he was fighting in TCRI, that was pure Jackie Chan goodness. He was
had some
using
good
his
moments.
environment. He used all the weapons. I loved it. I mean,
He had some moments.
did he need to fuck a cockroach? No, we did not need that, but we got it.
It's hard, dude. It's hard to find mutants same age, though, dude.
Mutants
Come on.
in my area. I'm downloading all the apps.
He looked.
That joke was so good, though.
Yeah.
I cackled.
Jackie Chan was so fucking good, man.
Yeah,
It
I
kind
don't
of
know.
sucks. He's a bad dad, though.
It was just such a different like version of his character. Like,
Yeah, you don't see Jackie Chan playing a dad who is a bad dad because he's a bad dad in real life. I don't know if you guys know. He's a bad
I know.
dad.
I saw him in a movie where his daughter died and he went on revenge. So like,
Oh, so
know.
he was like,
That's I saw the devil, dude. Come on.
yeah.
it's very similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought he was great in this.
But do we want to see Karate Kid again? Like,
Yes.
like
I
you
mean,
know?
we did. We saw Karate Kid in this movie. Like him teaching them karate is Karate Kid.
Yeah.
But James wants him to be like a kung fu master already, not just some schlep from
he
New
just
York.
wants him to be hard. He doesn't need him to be
He's
a
not
kung fu
stern.
master. Yeah, but he loves his boys. He is pretty stern though. He grounds them for a whole month.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, we
What
didn't
do
see
you
that
want
time jump. That next night, they practically went out.
No, that was
there
the
was
time
a
jump.
time jump. Yeah.
How much? You tell me a month. Did I see
month.
1 month on screen?
Oh well, what do
No,
you
but
want?
you're supposed to infer.
No, he wants the fucking second book in the Twilight series where each page is a new month. And he's like, I
Yeah.
flipped through all the months with Bella.
I
what he
wanted them to
wants.
be
Goodness.
looking. I want to look at on his like computer or
Yeah.
like his TV, and I seen the month pass. All right,
That would have been cool though. I would have liked it too.
it'd been
But
funny.
They didn't have a lot of time to work with. It was an hour and 45. They need to keep it fast. They need it
Yeah,
fast.
they were.
Yeah.
It got towards the end, and I was like, I don't know how they're gonna wrap this up. Like,
Do you think they wrapped it up well?
it was all right.
I
think
feel like the ending was a little rushed.
it was rushed because they had 10 minutes to go, and they were still practically fighting the boss.
And they didn't even really fight him.
No, they kind of just shot him with like
I think
nation.
Yeah, I think that the whole like, oh, get this blue thing in his blowhole. I thought that was a little underwhelming.
It was a little hot.
It was kind of, and I guess I get because it like exploded or whatever. But having him just all of them turn into like one was kind of weird.
Like he just kind of sucked up.
Yeah, everything.
It was his mutant ability, though, is what I took it as.
It was some real, not Tamagotchi. I forget what that game is.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The line though still was cracking me up though when he hit the one little horse. He's like, "That's just one little horse. I don't need that little horse.
I don't need that horse." Yeah, they went.
I thought he was great though. I thought Ice Cube played the heck out of that character. Like he voiced it so well. He had too much
fun.
You know what I didn't like? The random lyrics for lines.
That shit
was the laziest shit. And like I saw the teaser trailer, and in the teaser trailer he does the 6 a.m. and cops at my door. And I thought it was gonna work in context, but that line came out of nowhere.
He says it out of nowhere.
Shit. It was so bad. Like that writing was whack. But Seth Rogen told him that, and he was like, "Oh man, I love that shit. That's just fire. Put it in there." Yeah.
Isn't Baxter Stockman also a bug?
So, yes, but the reason that he didn't become the fly version of Baxter Stockman is because this specific ooze in this universe only mutates animals.
Oh.
So that's the reason that he's not Superfly.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched a video on it.
I was a little confused because I was just like, I thought when he had saying my dad or whatever and he was Superfly, I was like, I thought Baxter Stockman was the Fly. So that's what's super confusing to me.
In other iterations, he is. This is the first iteration where it's different, but it might change.
That's what you get, James, for fucking being caught up on the lore, dude.
I was also confused.
Like, I had no idea.
This is perfect. Awesome.
Well, yeah. I thought he was gonna just combine with the Fly. I thought
so too.
I thought it was gonna be like their minds meld.
I thought it would be like the Fly,
right? Which is what the character's based on.
Okay,
like
that makes sense.
The actual TMNT character is based on that movie, the 1984 one, or the 1980s one. Yeah. But yeah, when he was like my dad, I was like, what? But like that's you, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what confused me.
Yeah.
Not me, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you knew for sure, huh?
I love this rendition. Like they really spun it.
This is the best rendition ever.
Yeah.
Who else? How did we feel about Paul Rudd in this?
I don't know. I didn't really care I didn't care for a lot of like the background people.
They didn't have enough to work with.
Yeah.
Like almost just don't let them talk. if they're only gonna give them 2 lines.
And I'd say a lot of like I had a hard time hearing who they were, and I don't know if that's what they wanted or not, but it's like to have that star power and some of their lines were so quick, I was like, oh, I forgot who was playing this character.
I can understand that. Like Post Malone, I didn't know. You couldn't fucking put him in a voice lineup and I'd be like, that's Post Malone right there.
Yeah.
You know?
He was the one that was singing the whole time, probably, right?
Yeah, he was the manta ray.
He was the manta ray.
Sure. You know what I mean?
Or John Cena didn't sound like John Cena either.
Like, I'm trying to think if Seth Rogen sounded like Seth Rogen. Like
Seth Rogen
he did. What do you mean?
He for sure did, but he only had 2 lines.
That's what I think. It just wasn't enough. It got just glossed over so quick. That's why it's kind of dumb to have like that rogues gallery all in like just.
I don't think so.
But if you look at it, they're all Seth Rogen's friends. The only one who's not is John Cena. But like John Cena's
friends.
Yeah, I mean probably, but like I don't think they've acted in a movie together.
I don't know.
Did he produce Blockers?
I think so.
That's why then.
But like my thing with them is it's just like
he did produce Blockers, so never mind.
Cool.
He's his friend.
It's cool to have all of them because when they first are like, hey, we're gonna beat up these humans, and it's it's more mutants. Like if it was just 1 or 2 of them, they would have been like, we got this. But when it was like 6 on like 4, it was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just some of the choices were weird. Yeah. And I don't, maybe it's my bias because I'm a fucking filthy nerd who knows a thing or two about TMNT. But I think they should have just done the normal stuff a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's
what
too
do you mean
dark,
by the normal stuff?
So like Bebop and Rocksteady should have been villains. Hard stop.
Or
All
just
those-
not have him in this film.
Yeah, like don't have them connected to Superfly at all. Like, why not just have Superfly be Superfly and that's it? Because he was strong enough to take the Turtles and Splinter all by himself. He didn't need his boys. You know,
No.
it was
that's
just
true.
it was just some bullshit. And like, I understand the dichotomy, right? Like, I understand the storytelling was this is a bad family and the Turtles are a good family, and like this is what can happen if you're if you stay with a bad family. But like, yeah, but I like them as villains. I want to see the villains do villainy shit.
But my thing is, they could have, one, made original characters, or two, just grabbed more animal mutants.
Different ones, yeah.
My issue is Bebop and Rocksteady. Everyone else is fine because they're
Just
less
add
known,
Seth
they're less
Rogen,
talked
man.
about.
Let him know.
I'm gonna.
Well, I mean, it's
tell
because
his
he
bitch ass
wanted
to figure it out.
He wanted to be Bebop, is what it was.
Yeah, I mean, but Bebop's cool. I want to be Bebop, you know?
Yeah, I get it. I get why he wanted to be Bebop,
But don't
it
fuck
doesn't
it up
do
for
well.
me.
But why can't it be its own thing? You know, why can't this just be separate universe?
It can. Look, and I understand he's like, I want to make my own TMNT. I want to put a spin on
Inspired
it.
by.
But I don't have to love that part of it. I
But,
loved
like, it's-
every other aspect of the film.
Yeah.
But the
It's also
villains
cool.
just made me mad. Go ahead.
It's also cool until we get movie 2 and 3, and then we don't care about the villains that they have because they use all the good ones already.
I mean, well, hold on. Shredder and Krang are dope. Those are gonna be
2
fun.
and 3. Now what are we doing for 4, 5, 6?
That's
Whoa,
when you
what
bring
the
in
fuck?
That's when you bring in the Triceratops people. They got a
Yeah.
backlog. It's just that we
Max
won't.
2, man. Come on.
I mean, yeah, they shouldn't make more than 3 of these movies.
No, you're
I
crazy
think-
if you want 4, 5, 6.
I don't want 4, 5, 6, but they make
They
2,
make
4,
it,
5, 6.
it's all about money, all right?
It really is. If this makes $1 billion somehow, they'll make 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, what was it even at?
It's only $55 million right now.
I
51.
don't know what, 70 mil budge?
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not
it opened and Barbie is still doing gangbusters. Like, come on.
And Oppenheimer, dude, don't sleep on it.
Well, Oppenheimer hasn't hit $1 billion yet, so you
Yeah.
know
But 580 mil for a rated R biopic is crazy.
it is fucking
It's because
crazy.
of that hour-long sex scene, dude. People want to
Dude,
see it.
it's the top. It is the topless. What's her name? All I was thinking was topless.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh. Yeah, it's all
The
about the
fact
topless
that-
Florence Pugh.
It's a 3-hour movie.
I
people-
contributed to
Yeah,
the movie
but-
twice.
But like Eric and I spent, $27 or however much that ticket was on IMAX tickets. Like, you got to take
Yeah.
that into account too.
But
All
what's
the sweaty
helping-
fucks who are going to see it in the extra big format.
But yeah, you guys want to see it by yourself. People want to see Barbie with 2 other people at least. That's why it has
Yeah.
it times 2.
Oh, I know. Eric and I saw it, and there was a baby and 4 other toddlers in there. So we
sure,
know
for sure.
motherfuckers are taking the whole families. I mean, yeah, but like this doesn't. I hope this makes $140 million so they make another one.
Yeah,
But it's
I
gonna
hope
be
it also makes its
hard.
money back.
You
Yeah.
What was it?
It's like you
projected to make?
said. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who the hell fucking cares about these guys?
What would also help these
not true.
movies?
I didn't say
What
that.
also helps these movies though is if the toys sell. Like when you
yeah.
have when you had these animated movies,
But are they even doing toys?
Yeah, I would say.
dude, I bet you I can find like a 12-pack of some shit right
That's what
now.
I need.
Yeah, you're
Find
gonna
that shit for
find
me.
homemade Etsy shit.
You're gonna
Nah,
find
dude.
you're gonna find the one where it's all the turtles, but they make dragon noises.
Right?
I actually don't know what it was projected to do. I can't find it on the Wikipedia.
I can't spell.
I also cannot spell. Oh, did you guys want pizza though after this movie?
No.
The marketing worked on me
I saw
crazy,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
It worked on me so hard. I was like, I want pizza so goddamn bad.
Walmart got you could buy so many stuff. You could buy $70. You can buy like the villains. You can spend
But
even
is it?
$60
Do they
and buy
look
turtles.
like the movie, or is it just
Some of them
Turtles
do, some of them
merchandise?
don't. But it has the turd merchandise.
Does it say Mutant Mayhem on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So okay,
wow.
I mean
Yeah.
they're getting the toys out there, you know.
All
That's
right,
what
I will be
matters.
right back.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So
man.
who's the?
We're gonna see him get
who's
his ass
the-
beat in the background.
You
Now
better
we get to vamp.
blur
It's,
that shit.
it's already been 58 minutes. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna
Eric.
say, April, or is it April O'Neil?
That is
The one,
the reporter.
the reporter chick,
Mhm. Chick.
comic girl.
Yeah.
Is she an original character in this movie, or is she also in the?
No, so April O'Neil is she's original Eastman and Laird comic book character.
Okay.
So she, you would recognize her from the 80s cartoon. She wears the all yellow jumpsuit. She's kind of got red hair. She's a straight dime. But like in this movie, she's just different because she's black and heavier set. Like that's the only change that they made. And of course, she's like a teenager.
And she doesn't participate with them? She's not like also a vigilante?
No, she doesn't like fight people. She just reports on everything.
Oh, okay.
So she does she helps them.
Oh, wait a minute. Dude, I see this jumpsuit you're talking about.
Well, there's also a famous adult actress named April O'Neil. So you may see some prawn if you look that name up. So be careful. And I don't know if she spells it differently or not. So just,
I
be
wouldn't
careful
know,
what you search. I also don't know. I just know that there is one. So it's projected the projections were for 5-day opening weekend, 37 million to 49 million. So it's on track to make its money, I think.
I mean, it's supposed to be out for a week because like that shit came out Monday for early access, and then it was just my AMC had showings Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
That's a little busted. Shoot. When does Blue Beetle come out?
It's not this month, right?
It is this month, I thought.
Oh, what the
fuck? Bro,
fuck?
it's August 18th. It comes out next week. Next Friday.
Fuck. I think, August is going to be a busy month.
Yeah, from what I saw, I think so too. So, yeah, I mean, that's even worse because this movie's going to really struggle to make money then.
Yeah, I think that's it for this movie. I think after this week.
Yeah, I think they have, they'll have showings all this week and it'll make money then because I don't think anything's opening.
It might crack its budget, but.
Oh, Back on the Strip comes out next week.
What's that one?
That's the Black Magic Mike. I'm going to just say it super high level. Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
I don't know, but like there's no other kids movies other than Blue Beetle that are coming out over the next 2 weeks. So this might make its money back. It might have legs. We have to see. It's got crazy ratings, so maybe word of mouth is going to do some work here.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised how high the Rotten Tomato ones were. I was like, yes, finally, Craig's got it right, dude.
I mean, have they been getting it wrong, though? The last 3 movies we reviewed, they got it right,
Barely.
Oppenheimer and Barbie are 90 plus.
Okay, I'm back.
I saw somebody, they were on Twitter, they were like, I didn't think that the summer box office Dark Horse that would go toe-to-toe with Barbie and Oppenheimer would be a fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I was like, no, but I'm so happy that it is. We were just talking about what else was coming out over the next 2 weeks to see if this would keep making money.
I mean, I wish it just came. I mean, it kind of sucks. So this needed to probably come out when Mission Impossible came out.
But Mission Impossible came out during the height of Barbie and Oppenheimer.
It came out a week before. But the thing is, I think summer's almost over for a lot of people. I think if this would have came out beginning of summer.
Point too. Yeah.
For all the kids.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
I mean, but Kai Cenat causing a riot in fucking New York isn't going to help these numbers either, though. Like all those kids could have been watching this movie, but instead they were doing a riot.
Allegedly, dude, come on.
No, it was a riot. they were throwing shit. I mean, it was a cool riot
situation.
Bounce it off the wall, and it'll be fine. That's what I try to do.
Yeah.
But I think it should have legs though. At least to make its money back.
Yeah. I think so too. But I really do think it just needs to see enough people see it. But also too, this one of those ones where it's like to me, it's like I don't think they did enough like differentiating this from like Nickelodeon. Like
Nickelodeon owns this though.
Yeah, but like it doesn't feel like it feels like oh this is based off of like a cartoon and the cartoon they made a movie versus it being like a actual like feature film because like how they make their movies off of them because like when I was like hearing about this I was like oh okay sure like the shows are pretty good so like they're gonna wrap it up with a movie. I didn't know this was like its own like start of its own like version of the franchise.
I think you might be in the minority though.
I think so.
Could be.
Because I, when they were like, no, these are teenagers, I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. They're starting something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think any parents are going to be like, oh, I wonder if this is a continuation of anything. Like, they're going to just take their kids and fucking throw them in front of the screen and be done with it.
I think I don't know, dude, the amount of parents that they have kids in this age now are our age, and they're going to know.
Yeah, but I think they would know, you know?
Yeah.
I don't even think they'd probably question it. Or they would just be into it because it's TMNT anyways, you know?
And they're going to watch it regardless, yeah.
Yeah.
These toys that are like, okay, I guess they kind of look like them, but...
I mean, it's kind of hard to replicate that art style, though.
Well, that's the issue,
though,
yeah.
right?
They're,
The molds would be crazy as shit. They'd be wild. There'd be like so many intricate corners and stuff like that.
But yeah, they like already, it's like, they have, like at Target, you can pay $54 and you can get the Turtles, April, and Bebop in the Ooze Cruise figures. So it's like in the van or whatever, you can get Mikey or Raphael and the Battle Cycle.
Oh, that's like even outside of the movie, though. They're just let's put out some old shit that we got in the warehouse.
So these are just stuff that's in the universe, and then it just has the Teenage Mutant Turtles Mutant Mayhem on there, and then the Nickelodeon
that's
stuff.
whack. I hate that. They couldn't even make new shit.
They pumped those numbers up, dude.
I guess.
And the only one
that's what
it's
I don't like.
April is the only one that like looks like okay, this is clearly a new April. All the other ones are just like yeah, that's the way the figures looked in any other rendition.
Does Donnie have glasses?
I'm trying to find a Donnie one. Hold on.
Oh no, my boy got no love. No.
He does have his glasses, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
And he has headphones.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that. All right, we've been going for an hour and 6, so I'm gonna ask one more question.
Well, you can buy them as babies.
Dude, all right.
Those are pretty cute, man.
Let me talk about that really quick. I shed one single tear because watching all the babies roll around with each other made me really sad that Salem's gonna grow up and not have like kids his age around. I'm like, fuck, man, that's sad as shit. Because having all those, like, having siblings is like, you got built-in friends, you know? Like, you got people just with you all the time.
Yeah, man, you're talking to someone that, you know.
I know. I know what you're like, Eric. I feel sad for him. He's got to go home and get repoed every day. He doesn't even got even got other people to take the repos off of him. He's gonna have full repo. Like that sucks.
The ops are on me at all times,
all
man.
times, dude. Always, day and night.
The ops do be on you.
But yeah, that scene where they were like rolling around with each other when Splinter looked like he was in the 80s, I was like, oh man, I'm sad now. This sucks. And then, oh, fuck, what else? Oh, the baby thing. And then, I was going to ask, how did we feel about them not wearing their masks to high school? I think they should have kept the masks on.
I get why they didn't, but it's also weird, like, aesthetically.
Yeah, it just looks
Even
weird.
I knew that was weird, dude.
It almost makes them look even creepier without the mask on. It's like, this thing's a fucking freak of nature. Like, this thing's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how you guys felt about it. I didn't know if I was in the minority about being weird, that they should just kept the mask on.
Like, it's fine, but it's also just like,
Yeah, like when Mikey threw his down at Splinter, I was like, you disrespectful motherfucker, dude.
You forgot it, dude.
Yeah, he runs up there, hey, you forgot.
They're nothing without their mask. How dare they?
They really aren't. Like, without the mask, it's almost like, which one are you again? Because I don't think they were wearing the belts either. You know?
A decent amount of these are like Target exclusives too, which is interesting.
This motherfucker's still talking about the toys. We moved on. We moved to a different subject.
I did. I'm still looking at them.
God damn it. All right, questions. James, what was your favorite part of Mutant Mayhem?
I personally loved Ice Cube, and when he was like fighting them and he was just going beast mode, I was like, bro, he's a one-man band.
Eric?
I love all the jokes, like the comedy, the kids, like them actually being friends.
Yeah.
I loved all that shit.
Their interactions and stuff.
Yep.
What was my favorite part? The action scenes were really cool. Seeing them beat up all those, I think all the fight choreography was really good. I think everything looked really cool. And every part of it, like showing them kind of like go from almost feeling a little inept to then when they start fighting, it's like, okay, they know what they're doing. Like they're actual ninjas. Yeah.
Yeah. Once they got going, they were ready to fight.
They had to beat up that group of bikers, and then they were like, oh, we can fuck anybody up.
They really did think they could take anybody.
Yeah. James, what's your least favorite part?
I guess the third act just felt a little rushed. I mean, the issue with this is like, if you can't make this movie 2 hours, but like you maybe could have trimmed some of the jokes to cut some time, maybe to like, because I felt like it was like, how are they gonna wrap this up, and then it gets wrapped up just so abruptly. I mean, yeah.
Eric?
I don't know. They made the blowhole thing. I thought that was kind of lame. I wanted them to like cover him in like blue goo or some shit.
Blues, the blues.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. I mean, my least favorite part was the last part too. Like, they spent more time talking about doing something than doing something, and it's like, if you're gonna bring up the anime reference of Attack on Titan, like do some Attack on Titan shit. Like, do something more energetic and like frenetic than what you did, which was have them get their asses whooped, and then have the whole state of New York be like, "We're New York," and then all of a sudden they win. Like that part was really too rushed.
I think that's the issue though, because like they had so little time left, so they couldn't like, you know.
They spent more time fighting him at the like Doomsday device than they did fighting him in New York, which is like, that sucks.
Well, the issue is they had, so real quick though, it's like they were trying to do their backstory. They were trying to do the villain's backstory. They were trying to do April's backstory. They wasted so much time on backstory.
Yeah, especially for an hour and 45. Like, that's a lot of backstory. Before we go to cinema score, how did we feel about the this universe's version of "This is New York. If you fuck with one of us, you fuck with all of us"? Did we like that? Did we dislike it? How do we feel about that?
New York's gonna New York.
Yeah, man, it's its own thing.
I kind of liked this one better than the Amazing Spider-Man one. So for a refresher, the Amazing Spider-Man one is in the Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is New York. You fight all of us. Is all they do is they move the cranes, and then Spider-Man can swing on it. And they're like, we helped Spider-Man.
I remember that.
In Spider-Man we trust.
This one is better than that, but I don't know if it's better than the Tobey Maguire ones.
It's not. I
mean, when they start throwing bricks off of a bridge, that shit is hot. That is so good. And then, of course, the train scene is also fire when they're bringing him, they're body surfing him.
Careful.
He's just a boy.
He's just a boy. He's 35, actually.
He looks no other than
my son.
Say, bro, you guys look the same age.
He looks like he has a son.
He's like, if anything, he's your dad.
Okay, so we're in a consensus then that it's Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, TMNT, The Amazing Spider-Man.
I could live with that.
Okay. All right, cinema score. Would you rent it? No.
Nah.
Would you buy this movie physically?
No.
I might have to, man.
I also might have to. I think, it depends on Steelbook. If that Steelbook's fire, I'm in. Or if it's a big,
if the art's done right, though,
it'd be cool. Would you buy it digitally?
No.
What's this gonna come out on?
I might have to. Paramount Plus.
Probably Paramount Plus.
Nah.
Wow. He's like, I'm keeping that. Would you buy this in the $7.99 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, or Vudu?
Honestly, that's a good buy.
I think so
Only
too.
if it's the Seth Rogen universe, you know.
Oh, the Seth Rogen-averse. Yeah.
So knocked up this.
Zach and Miri make porno.
Yeah.
Would you put this on in the background while people are over?
Yeah. You
I
can watch
would.
this with
For the
children.
pops.
I mean, yeah, you put this on when there's kids in the house, and then as soon as they go to sleep, you put on Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
double feature it.
And then you fall asleep.
But the Indian version where she's wearing a dress.
Oh,
of course.
Classy.
Yeah.
We can't just.
I'm playing that when the kids are there.
The book scene.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking at you.
Read to me.
Would you watch
But instead,
this?
he's just like, she's sitting on a one of those little horse things.
No, she's just sitting on his lap. And he's sitting up. Yeah, he's sitting on a horse thing. When you said that, I thought of like a gymnast horse.
Yeah.
She's like throwing her body around. Read this to me. Would you watch this again? Yes.
I would, yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to. This just like the first Spider-Verse movie, I think this is one that the kids are gonna just have on all the time. And it's like, y'all don't want to watch a different TMNT, and they're gonna be like, no.
Well, that's just silly.
Don't even get me fucking started. Do you know how many times Mikey watched Beverly Hills Chihuahua between the ages of 5 and 7?
I heard it used to be his favorite movie.
It was his favorite movie. He watched the movie like 8 times. It's ridiculous.
He didn't know any better.
No, he did. I told him. How could he not? I said, change the movie. And he went, okay, Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
They got more.
Yeah. He's like, there's a whole back catalog. Ratings. What are we giving this?
I know what I'm giving this, man.
Take a long time so I can get the ratings thing up. Dead air.
I know.
Vance.
Mine's gonna be probably controversial compared to you guys because I'm not a fucking nerd. But
well, you're really hyping this up.
nah,
really?
you guys are gonna, because of the lore didn't line up. I'm gonna dock this 3 points.
Dude, it's on site. I'm slapping the shit out of you the next time I see you.
Do you guys even own TMNT comics? I know James.
I do.
does.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
How am I supposed
Joey?
to know? I have fucking 3,000 of them, Eric. I can't go and look.
You don't have a catalog, nerd?
I'll go pull one out right now, Eric.
I used to, but I don't anymore. All right, Eric. What are you giving it?
I'm giving this 9 out of 10. Oh no, he's mollywopping me.
Dude, they dropped the mollywop, and I was like, I love this. This is so funny. James.
I'll give it 7.5. You better stay home, or else they're gonna start milking you.
Dude, that.
Oh, we didn't even
man.
talk about the milking machine.
Dude, it's so funny. The amount of times they were just talking about milking boys, and I was like, do they know what that means?
Oh, they know. It's
that
Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
They know.
Is this a joke for me? 7.5. Man, you really fucked this average up, huh?
Yeah, keep it real.
All right, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it 8.5. Fuck that horse. I didn't need that little horse anyways. Out of 10. So that means.
See, I knew mine was
Ninja-
controversial.
It wasn't controversial. It was half a point above me.
Yeah, you
What?
guys act like I get this thing at 3.
I mean, shit, it's pretty low.
I thought you
though.
guys were, dude. Shit.
Yeah, what? I wasn't even shit talking to that much. You're crazy. But that makes the sooner or later average score for TMNT Mutant Mayhem 8.33, repeating, of course. So
That's reasonable.
I mean, I think it's a little low. It's about
It's a little low.
It's about 0.2 repeating lower than it should have been. But it's because I gave it an 8.5.
Maybe
Yeah,
0.27.
Shut up, Eric, you fucking nerd. Why are you talking shit
Eric,
about us
you should have
being
gave
nerds?
it higher then.
Yeah,
all right?
you fucking. Why did you give it
In 30 episodes.
9.27? You fucking nerd. Sorry, Eric.
Damn. Dude.
Cool.
All right,
This is
everybody.
what Little Turtles felt like.
Thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/SoonerLaterTV or youtube.com/@SoonerLaterTV for our review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social medias. If you couldn't catch us live on Sundays at 7 p.m. Central, don't worry. You can listen to us on all podcasting platforms and on YouTube on Wednesday mornings at 11 a.m. So, tune in next week for our review of a film. We love you guys. Bye.